Good day, everyone. I am Jaya G. Puchina, and today I will discuss about workforce development. So what is workforce development? So when we say workforce development, it is when we are educating employees with the knowledge, practical skills, and attitude necessary for full-time employment, including self-employment. Equipping the workforce with job-relevant skills is continuing challenge around the world. So workforce development will help in enhancing job performance in a certain field or occupation. It provides companies with an effective way of communicating and meeting their skill requirement. So purpose and audience of workforce development. In a variety of ways, the government's economic policies shape the wider basis for skills demand. So any management will be needing skills in the workforce. Workers are obliged to learn specific marketable skills. It enhances your career paths, ways, and will be developing innovative skills, creativity, and resiliency. So it uses benchmarking or evaluation by comparing with a standard to allow an organization to develop plans for adopting specific and best practices to improve its own performance. So workforce development is necessary. It is because it is to make good progress in expanding coverage at all levels through educations and training. So equipping the employees workforce with the business and technical capabilities are required to have them produce and sell more in global markets. Tools of workforce development. So there are tools we can use to develop our workforce. So system approach for better education results, or SABER, is one of the tool we can use. So the tool is part of a larger set of analytical tools linked to a new World Bank initiative. It covers multiple policy domains. Among them is workforce development. It takes numerous forms which can be grouped under three main categories: knowledge generation, policy dialogue, and also operational support. So it provides also customized packages of service and financial support. It emphasizes the significance of literacy, numeracy, and social skills in the workplace. It gives also the job opportunities and increases the demand for education and skills building. It also highlights that having a job enables people to learn and build skills. So second tool is skills toward employability and productivity, or STEP or STEP. So this tool highlights a specific model for considering the role of human development supporting socio-economic progress. So the model encompasses 5 components. Starting right in early childhood. Next is laying a strong foundation in basic and secondary education. Next is building and upgrading job-relevant skills. D, fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. And E, matching skills demand and supply. So it updates our understanding of the sources of market and government failure in equipping workers with job-relevant skills through initial and continuing education and training. So targeting services to vulnerable population through active labor market programs. So this tool requires a simultaneous consideration of the demand for skills as well as the supply. A well-functioning workforce development system with a high degree of coherence between skills, demand, and supply achieve faster economic growth by letter A, improving trainees' employability. So like I said earlier, it will give the chance to help the workforce through learning and building new skills. Next, letter B, supplying the workers needed by firms to improve productivity, product quality, and competitiveness. So there will be multiple services to improve and support the trainees. Letter C, enabling firms and entrepreneurs to expand their technological capability and move up value chains where profit margins are often more attractive. So opportunities like flexibility in the field will help companies to be attractive and resilient. So in countries where the government takes a proactive approach to economic management, its policies may also affect firms' business strategies and the incentives for innovation and adoption of new technologies. So new context appropriate strategy will be applied. So in development economies, the trend is already translating into a growing demand for health and personal services and for related skills workers, often imported for abroad. So accordingly, examining workforce development policies in countries that have improved the performance of their system. So it provides insight into priorities for reform and suggests strategies for plugging the most damaging gaps at given level of system development. So in less development economies, the share of youth in the labor force, many of them new entrants and often in the midst of starting their families, in increasing rapidly, they will simultaneously address weakness in government, finance, and information at multiple levels of decision making. So as you can see in the picture, the economy will provide policies, business practices, and initiative to train workers. So they will be working to keep up with the skills demand to have information, coordination, and relationship in the workforce. So training system will provide finances, skills, and initiative to gain to again train workers. So they will be training to have the supplied skills to have information, coordination, and relationship in the workforce that will overall match skills to various jobs. So high match of your skills to job will have faster growth, provide more production, have better employment results, have progress in upper value chain, and will reduce poverty. However, if skills are lowly matched to jobs, there will be slower growth, a lot of people will be jobless and will develop idleness, shortage of skills, production will be low and low end chain, and brain may be drained. So there are various outcomes when improving workforce development. It may be poor, moderate, good, or great. So first, poor outcome may have fewer employers. Value of the workforce development system and interest in hiring graduates from the system will be low. So moderate outcomes will have some useful output that the system will produce for trained individuals, but trainees and employers may be generally dissatisfied and access to training, quality, and imparted skills will be poor. Next is good outcomes. So system training may be large in number. Most trainees and employees are satisfied. Learning and skills upgrading has scopes and is continuous. System lags behind in skills for innovation and technology upgrading. Great great outcomes of the system will make a difference. Employers and trainees will enjoy and be confident in the field. Employers will actively participate and provide feedbacks and support. Graduates will secure or gain full employment, and the system will still encourage continuous learning and upgrading of skills. And in this outcome, the system will adapt quickly to new economic conditions and opportunities for employers. So there are three dimension of workforce development in the institution, policies, and praxis, which is the strategic framework, system oversight, and service delivery. So strategic framework sets direction and alignment in relation to goals for economic growth, productivity, and defines its authorizing environment. System oversight, which governs to achieve desired goals through supporting operational functions in the system. And next is service delivery. It manages the service, whether public or private providers, to achieve the desired outcomes. So policy goals under strategic framework set direction, demand, lead, and coordination in the system. System oversight has the resources, standards, and pathways in the system. Meanwhile, service delivery has diversity, relevance, and results of the workforce development. So workforce development is not an end in itself, but an input toward border goals of boosting employability and productivity, of relieving skills constraints on business growth and development, and of advancing overall economic growth and social well-being. Thank you, everyone, and God bless.